students. I wanted to give you a quick explanation of one of the hardest sections that you will do in ALEKS this whole semester. It's called Writing the Equation of a Rational Function Given its Graph. It's the last topic you will encounter in Unit 7. All right, when I start this section, I actually do not skip to the kind of scary looking graph or the answers. I actually read through the words that they're giving me. These are the important parts. So it says the figure below shows the graph of a rational function f. It has vertical asymptotes x equals -2 and x equals 3 and horizontal asymptote y equals 0. This is where I'll start. So first of all, telling me those vertical asymptotes means since vertical asymptotes are what make the denominator equal to 0, I have two of them, and since the 0 would be -2, my factored form would be x plus 2, and since the other 0 is 3, my factor would be x minus 3, right? We use the opposite sign. All right, and now that is giving me kind of part of the answer because the format C has two factors of x in the bottom. So I could actually cross out this answer and this answer right away because they only have one vertical asymptote in the denominator and I have two. And then I have my horizontal asymptote y equals 0. For the horizontal asymptote to be y equals 0, that means that I have a smaller degree on the top than on the bottom for my horizontal asymptote to be equal to 0. So my degree on the bottom, I just found out, is 2, right? Because I have two x's there. So my degree on the top has to be 0 or 1. Okay, so if I look back over at the choices, I can now eliminate the fifth choice because that has two x's on the top. So that denominator would also, or sorry, numerator would be degree 2 also. Okay, so I'm down to just two final choices. And then I'm going to read the next line. It says, the graph does not have an x-intercept, and it passes through the point 1, -1. All right, so for the x-intercept, the x-intercept is where the numerator is equal to 0. Numerator equal to 0. Sorry about my writing. I have to write with my finger, so it's a little challenging. All right, so if I had an x-intercept, I would have an x minus something in the numerator. That would give me my x-intercept. So since I don't have that, I can cross out this choice. And now I know that my answer is the third choice. All right, so my final step is to find all the values of A, B, and C and plug them in to my answer. So I choose the little dot there, and then I'm going to be able to put the answers into specifics into that space. All right, so if it passes through the point 1, -1, I'm going to call 1 x, and then -1 is y, but in this case, they are calling it f of x. Okay, so I do have to set up a little equation and solve it. So I'm going to put that, this is a, and this is f of x, right? I'm just filling out the rest of the stuff I know. Now notice I do know the 2 and the -3 there on the bottom. I just don't know the a, and I'm going to plug in my point and solve for the a. All right, so my f of x is -1, and then that equals to a over, my x was 1, so 1 plus 2 and 1 minus 3. All right, so now I just solve for a, so -1 equals a over 1 plus 2 is 3, 1 minus 3 is -2. So that gives me -1 is equal to a divided by, oh, sorry, that is -2. All right, -6. Okay, so multiply both sides by -6. All right, so I have -6 times -1, which is 6, which is a. All right, so to finally finish out the problem, I would just type in a 6 on the top and then a x plus 2 on the bottom and x minus 3 all on the bottom. And that's how you do those problems. I hope that was helpful and that it helps you in the rest of this section. Really, you just really want to use the words to help you with the information. All right, thanks for watching and good luck.